Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet attend Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony Towns' Malibu wedding. Something happened in Malibu that instantly sent celebrity fans into a frenzy. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet were both spotted at Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony Towns' star-studded wedding, and the attention quickly shifted from the newlyweds to one very familiar Hollywood couple. Kylie and Timothée appeared comfortable together as they joined the celebration, creating another highly watched moment in their relationship. But there was something even bigger happening beneath the glamour. Because this was not just another celebrity wedding. This was Jordyn Woods' wedding. And for anyone who remembers Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods' complicated history, Kylie's presence carried a significance that went far beyond a red carpet appearance. So before we get into the moments that caught everyone's attention, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell us in the comments what you think about Kylie and Timothée attending the wedding together. Was this simply a night of celebration, or did their appearance reveal something more about where Kylie's personal life stands today? The wedding took place on August 15, 2026, at a private oceanside residence in Malibu, California, bringing together an impressive collection of celebrities, athletes, models, entertainers, and close friends of the bride and groom. Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony Towns had already experienced an extraordinary year before walking down the aisle. Towns had just celebrated one of the biggest achievements of his basketball career after helping the New York Knicks capture the NBA championship, while Woods was preparing for one of the most important personal moments of her life. And then came the wedding. The setting was unmistakably Malibu: ocean views, luxury, fashion, celebrity guests, and an atmosphere that looked more like a Hollywood movie than an ordinary wedding celebration. But among all the famous names on the guest list, two immediately attracted enormous attention: Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. Their appearance together became one of the most discussed elements surrounding the wedding because Kylie and Jordyn's friendship has a history that almost everyone who follows the Kardashian-Jenner family remembers. For years, Jordyn Woods was one of Kylie Jenner's closest friends. Their friendship became highly visible through keeping up with the Kardashians, life of Kylie, social media appearances, vacations, business moments, and countless photos together. Then, in 2019, everything changed. The controversy surrounding Jordyn, Tristan Thompson, and Khloe Kardashian created one of the most dramatic friendship breaks in Kardashian-Jenner history. Kylie and Jordyn went from being nearly inseparable to living separate lives, and for years fans wondered whether their friendship could ever truly recover. That is why Kylie standing at Jordyn's wedding in Malibu was more than just another celebrity sighting. It represented a relationship that had gone through one of the most public fractures imaginable and eventually found a way back towards some form of peace. And now, standing beside Kylie was Timothée Chalamet. Zoom in on the moment. The actor and the beauty mogul were photographed among the glamorous wedding crowd, both dressed for the black tie celebration. Kylie made a major fashion statement in a sleek black halter-style look with dramatic cutouts, rhinestone details, and diamond jewelry. Timothée took a noticeably different approach, wearing a leather blazer over a checked shirt, paired with dark trousers and dress shoes. Together, they created one of those instantly recognizable celebrity couple moments that fans were bound to notice. But there was no need for an exaggerated scene. The significance was in the fact that they were there together. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet have remained one of the most closely watched celebrity couples in Hollywood, largely because their relationship has attracted enormous attention while both have often maintained a relatively private approach to their personal lives. Their appearance at Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony Towns' wedding therefore offered fans another rare glimpse of the pair in a highly public social environment. And this is where the story becomes even more interesting. Because this wedding was filled with people from completely different worlds. There were Hollywood stars. There were NBA players. There were fashion figures. There were musicians and television personalities. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber were there. Michael B. Jordan attended. Jada Pinkett Smith was part of the celebration. Gayle King was among the guests. New York Knicks players also joined the festivities. Yet Kylie and Timothée still managed to become one of the most recognizable pairings of the night. The reason is simple. Fans are fascinated by what happens when celebrities who normally live separate lives suddenly occupy the same room. And this wedding brought together an extraordinary network of relationships. Jordyn Woods has her own history with Kylie. Karl-Anthony has his own connection to the world of professional sports. Timothée Chalamet has become one of Hollywood's most recognizable young actors. And Kylie Jenner remains one of the most influential figures in beauty, fashion, and reality television. Put all of those worlds together, and Malibu suddenly became the center of celebrity attention. But while the guest list was impressive, the real story belonged to Jordyn and Karl. Their relationship had been developing for years before this wedding. The couple first became close as friends and eventually began dating in 2020. Their relationship survived personal challenges, intense public attention, and the pressures that come with being two highly recognizable people. In December 2025, Towns proposed to Woods with an extraordinary emerald-cut diamond engagement ring. The ring reportedly featured a 15-carat diamond and additional details designed to carry personal meaning for the couple. Then came 2026. Karl-Anthony entered the NBA Finals with the New York Knicks and helped the franchise win its first NBA championship in 53 years. Suddenly, he was heading into his wedding year with an NBA championship ring on one hand and, soon enough, a wedding ring on the other. That became one of the most remarkable themes of the entire celebration. 2 rings. 2 completely different victories. 1 unforgettable year. And Jordyn Woods was there for all of it. That emotional history made the Malibu wedding feel even more significant. But there was another detail that caught attention. The wedding followed an all-black dress code, creating an unusually dramatic visual atmosphere. Kylie embraced the theme with her bold black gown, while Timothee arrived in a more relaxed interpretation of formal wear. The result was a wedding filled with fashion moments almost everywhere cameras turned. Hailey Bieber made headlines in a crystal-covered Versace gown that had previously appeared on Naomi Campbell. Justin Bieber kept his look classic in black. Jordyn Woods wore custom Danielle Frankel designs, while Karl-Anthony wore Ralph Lauren. The wedding looked less like a traditional celebrity ceremony and more like a carefully constructed fashion event. And then came the emotional centerpiece. Jordyn walked down the aisle. Karl-Anthony saw his bride. And the atmosphere shifted from fashion spectacle to something much more personal. Guests watched as the couple finally became husband and wife after years of friendship and romance. Gayle King later highlighted the groom's reaction, recalling the joy on Towns' face as Woods walked toward him. And then the celebration continued. But here is the part many fans may have missed. The wedding was not only about Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony starting a marriage. It was also a reminder of how dramatically relationships can change over time. Think about Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods. At one point, they were inseparable. Then came a devastating public fallout. For years, their friendship became one of the most discussed Kardashian-related storylines on social media. And now, years later, Kylie was standing among the guests at Jordyn's wedding. That does not erase the past. It does not mean every old issue suddenly disappeared. And it certainly does not mean we know everything about their private relationship. But it does show something important. People can move forward. Relationships can evolve. And sometimes, the most powerful ending to a dramatic chapter is simply being able to share an important moment without reopening the conflict. That is what made Kylie's presence so interesting. And then there was Timothee. The actor was not just attending a random Hollywood party. He was attending an intimate milestone in the life of someone deeply connected to Kylie's past. His presence naturally made fans wonder how the evening felt for everyone involved. But there is no evidence that the couple arrived intending to make themselves the center of attention. In fact, the available reports describe Kylie and Timothee as smiling and mingling with other guests during the celebration. That distinction matters. Because celebrity stories can easily become exaggerated online. A photograph can be turned into a rumor. A smile can become a relationship announcement. A moment standing next to someone can suddenly become a headline. But sometimes the real story is simpler. Kylie and Timothee attended a major wedding together. They looked comfortable in the celebration. They mingled with fellow guests. And they were part of a night that brought together some of the biggest names in entertainment and sports. Still, there was one question that kept hanging over the entire event. What did Kylie's attendance mean for her relationship with Jordyn? That question is impossible to answer completely without hearing directly from the two women. But the timeline tells us something. Their friendship suffered a highly public breakdown in 2019. Over the years that followed, there were signs that the relationship was no longer defined entirely by that controversy. By 2023, Kylie and Jordyn had been seen together again, suggesting that some degree of reconciliation had taken place. And now, in 2026, Kylie attended Jordyn's wedding. That is a significant evolution. Not because it proves that everything is exactly the way it was before, but because it shows that the door was not permanently closed. And perhaps that is the most emotional part of the story. Imagine the contrast. Years ago, Kylie and Jordyn were young friends navigating fame together. They appeared together constantly. Their friendship was so close that fans often described them as sisters. Then one scandal changed everything. The cameras moved in. The headlines exploded. The friendship collapsed in public. And life continued. Jordyn built a new chapter with Karl-Anthony. Kylie continued expanding her beauty empire and raising her family. Timothee became one of Hollywood's most prominent actors. Karl-Anthony became an NBA champion. And eventually, all of those separate journeys crossed paths again on the Malibu coastline. That is what makes celebrity culture so fascinating. People can disappear from each other's lives and then suddenly reunite at the most unexpected moment. And this time, the moment was a wedding. Not a nightclub. Not a red carpet. Not a social media event. A wedding. A day built around forgiveness, commitment, family, friendship, and new beginnings. And perhaps that explains why Kylie's presence generated so much interest. The wedding itself was already huge. But Kylie being there gave the night another layer. Then there was Timothee. Fans immediately noticed the couple's coordinated presence, even though their outfits were very different. Kylie looked glamorous and dramatic. Timothee looked effortlessly relaxed. And together they represented another storyline unfolding quietly in the background. Their relationship continues to attract attention precisely because neither appears interested in turning every private moment into a public spectacle. At the wedding, there was no need for a dramatic announcement. No grand statement. No carefully staged declaration. Just two celebrities attending a friend's wedding and becoming part of the celebration. And sometimes, those quiet moments generate more curiosity than a major announcement. Because viewers start asking questions. What happens next? Will Kylie and Timothee become even more public? Will their relationship continue to develop away from the spotlight? Will Kylie and Jordyn's renewed connection become a regular part of their lives? And will this wedding eventually be remembered as one of the moments that symbolized the end of an old chapter? Those questions remain unanswered. But there is one thing we do know. Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony wedding was about far more than celebrity fashion. It was the culmination of a love story that began with friendship, survived the pressures of public life, and finally reached the altar. For Towns, it came after one of the greatest achievements of his basketball career. For Woods, it marked the beginning of a new chapter as a wife. For Kylie Jenner, it was a chance to be present for someone who once played an enormous role in her life. And for Timothée Chalamet, it was an opportunity to join Kylie at a deeply meaningful celebration surrounded by some of the biggest names in entertainment and sports. Then came the after party. The mood became more relaxed. Guests reportedly received custom hoodies referencing the couple's 5-year relationship and Towns' jersey number. The Larry O'Brien Championship trophy also became part of the celebration, creating an unforgettable collision between basketball history and wedding festivities. Imagine the scene. A championship trophy at a wedding. Hollywood stars surrounding an NBA champion. Jordyn Woods celebrating her marriage. Kylie Jenner reunited with someone from her past. And Timothée Chalamet beside her. It was the kind of night that almost seemed designed for social media. But behind the glamorous images was something much more human. A group of people celebrating a couple they cared about. A bride beginning a new life. A groom celebrating two major victories in one summer. And friendships that had changed, evolved, and perhaps healed along the way. The cameras may focus on Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. The headlines may focus on what they wore. Fans may analyze every photograph. But the most meaningful image from this wedding may not actually be the one featuring the most famous couple. It may be the image of Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony standing together after everything it took to reach that moment. Because their story is ultimately about choosing each other. And the presence of Kylie Jenner adds another layer to that story. Once, Kylie and Jordyn's friendship was defined by being inseparable. Then it was defined by separation. Now, years later, it can be defined by something quieter. Acceptance. Whether they have returned to exactly the friendship they once had is something only they truly know. But Kylie being there on Jordyn's wedding day speaks for itself. And perhaps that is the real payoff. Not a scandal. Not a shocking confrontation. Not a secret announcement. Just a reunion that nobody could have predicted years ago. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet attended the wedding of Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony in Malibu, and their appearance quickly became one of the most talked about moments surrounding the celebration. But the deeper story is about moving forward. Jordyn Woods is now married to Karl-Anthony. Karl-Anthony is an NBA champion and a newlywed. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet continue to navigate their relationship under an enormous level of public attention. And an old friendship that once appeared permanently broken has reached a very different place. Maybe that is why this wedding resonated so strongly. Because sometimes the most unexpected stories are not about who arrives at the party. They are about who is willing to show up after years have passed. And on this night in Malibu, Kylie showed up. Timothee was by her side. Jordyn walked down the aisle. Karl-Anthony stood waiting. And an entirely new chapter began. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Kylie Jenner, Timothée Chalamet, Jordyn Woods, and Karl-Anthony's unforgettable Malibu wedding, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more celebrity news, Hollywood updates, Kardashian Jenner stories, entertainment headlines, and breaking celebrity moments. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet attending Jordyn Woods and Karl-Anthony's wedding together? Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, the Malibu wedding story continues. But the story did not end when the ceremony was over. If anything, the moments surrounding the wedding became even more fascinating once the formal ceremony gave way to celebration. Because when the camera stopped focusing on the bride and groom for a moment, attention naturally returned to the guests, and especially to Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. Their presence created a unique atmosphere. Kylie was not simply another celebrity attending an extravagant Malibu wedding. She was there for Jordyn Woods, someone who had once been one of the most important people in her life. And that history made every interaction feel more significant. For years, fans had followed the evolution of Kylie and Jordyn's friendship almost like a television series. They had shared vacations, business moments, family celebrations, and countless memories. They were young women growing up in the public eye together, and their friendship became part of Kylie's identity during some of the biggest years of her rise to fame. Then everything changed. The friendship that once seemed impossible to break suddenly became one of the most talked about celebrity fallouts of the decade. But time has a way of changing perspectives. Years passed. Both women moved forward. And eventually, their paths crossed again. Now, seeing Kylie at Jordyn's wedding created a powerful contrast with everything that happened before. This was not a confrontation. It was not a dramatic reunion staged for cameras. It was something much quieter. Kylie simply appeared to be there to celebrate. And that simplicity may be exactly